People. We're going to be talking today about something that's really special that we've discovered a while back using Zoom and doing some techniques for that. A way for you to capture ideas. When you have a thought, when you something that's really good and you want to retain it and you would like to get a video, an audio, and a transcript of it, a way you can do that. And also, if someone else has an idea that you want to capture and get that idea from them, talking to them, there's a way you can do that. I'm going to tell you about a little trick that we have. But first, I want to welcome you to this option that we're using here, getting some good options here. I'm using a tool right now that I'm so excited about. I'm like a little kid. I love this stuff. It's called Restream, and it gives the ability to send it out to multiple platforms. Notice they've got there the live on Facebook and the live on YouTube and live in other places. Well, now we've got the option to go to several of these by using Restream. Whoops, look at this, right in my middle of my face there. Terry, put the thing together. There we are, scoot over to the side. But I want to say that if you're interested in getting your message out to a lot of people all at the same time and reaching more people, Restream is a good way to do it. There are sponsors here, and they're really great people. You go over to bit.ly/Restream for you. Notice you can do that. If you do it that way, you're going to get a $10 credit using that affiliate link, and you'll be able to do that. You'll start with the free program, and then you can go there. But what you can do with it overall is really outstanding. Being able to go to different people and different audiences where they are. Too often, if you're only going to just one live stream, like on Facebook or YouTube, they're both great. And I'm using both of them right now. Matter of fact, going a couple of places on Facebook, going into different groups. But by using Restream, you can do it simultaneously. Or you could also do it at the same time. It means the same thing. Yeah, I know. I'm like that. But this is something that I would encourage you to take a look at, see what's there. I'm excited about it because it gives me the ability to get these messages out and do a whole lot with them. And so today what I want to do is share with you a real important concept. Before we get into that, got to show you it's a beautiful day here. That is right now Orlando, Florida. What it looks like right now. And matter of fact, some of you have seen this before. I'm going to zoom. That's right off our balcony. And I'm going to zoom in here on this. Tell me what you think that is. We're zooming in on it here, getting a little bit closer all the time. It's probably going to be recognizable to some of you. You take a look at that. People wonder what that is. I get people who got a little bit too close there. I chopped the top off. But there it is. And that is something, if you know what that is, let me know or leave a message there in the chat. We'll be able to watch the time frame on it and see what that is. Well, that is, of course, Harry Potter's world. That is Hogwarts, that castle there for Harry Potter's world, part of Universal Studios Orlando. Interesting how the camera, see how that is wiggling back and forth there? Isn't that interesting? Come in a little bit, it's trying to focus on it. Using my Panasonic here, tying it in through eCam, and there's Universal Studios Orlando. See it? And there's our balcony and the lake. So we can do that, and I can just click back and forth, having a fun time with this. But it's fun to think about the magic you can get. Speaking of Harry Potter, think about the magic you can get. And this little magic trick I want to share with you. I've shared it with a few folks before, and people love it. One of the things you want to do is when you get an idea, as an entrepreneur, you get an idea and you go, oh yeah, that's a good thing. Don't do like I've done sometimes. When I'm driving down the road or I'm thinking, I'll go, hey, that's a good idea. And it really is. Okay, it's a good idea. I'll remember that one. Yeah, buddy, I'll remember that. And guess what happens? No, I don't remember it. And I'm going, oh, what was that idea? I don't know. And I'm thinking of Earl Nightingale, the late great Earl Nightingale, who was called the Dean of Personal Development. He would say that a thought is fleeting and you have to stab it. And what he meant by that is you want to take a pen and write down on paper what your thought was. His recommendation was to carry a pad of paper, a little spiral notebook would be a good idea, and a pen, and I would recommend a pen or two or three, maybe in case one isn't working. So you have that, and you can write those ideas down. And then go back and put them into a file, a folder somewhere where you can take action on them and really implement them. I think that was a good idea and still is today. I still often have pen and paper with me because there's times when you can't get access to the net or you might lose batteries, or sometimes a paper is just really good. I can write a message to someone on paper and then hand it over to them. So that's good to have, but I recommend even more today, carry your smartphone with you. Because here, I'll reach over and grab mine right here. See, with my smartphone, I can talk into it. As you know, we can do dictation. And that's something you really want to use because you can talk faster than you can write. You also, for most of us, you can talk faster than you can type. And you can type at one speed, and that's good. But what you want to do is even more. You want to be able to capture those thoughts, get them and see what's going on, see the kinds of things that are happening, and be able to see, okay, here's what's my idea is, store that in a certain place. And I recommend having it, for instance, I would often record it as an audio on here. That's good, but you know what happened? I found, like when I was driving along, I used to carry these little Olympus recorders, great little recorders. I loved them. Olympus does a great job with them. And you press the button and we record real fast, so that way you keep your eyes on the road and you could just record the thought. Then I would go back home and I'd have to go over that, listen to it, write them down, document it, and then implement from there. And that's okay, but you know what happened. A lot of times I'd record the information and there were so many thoughts there, so many ideas, I just never got to some of them. The ideal would be to be able to talk and have it in text. Well, we can do that now. We know that, and it's a really good thing using dictation. But I'm going to take that and see it another level too, and give you an idea of how to do that. For instance, this last Sunday, Gina, my partner, and I were talking about some things that she was doing with her mailing. I was telling her, hey, you've done a great job with it. She's doing it for her Video Rock Stars. You ought to take a look at that. Really good emails that she's sending out. I said, what are your principles on that? How are you doing that? She started telling me, and I said, wait a minute, I should be recording this. Matter of fact, I need a transcript of it. So what I did, and here's what you can do when those ideas are there. You know what I'm talking about. Those times when you're going, that is a great idea that someone else has or that you have. What you can do is we went into my smartphone, just brought it in there, and we were in the kitchen, turned it on, and started a Zoom video, and then asked her to go over that, explaining what she was doing, explaining what the principles were in her email, how she's doing it, those kinds of things. And so we went over that, recorded it to Zoom. And because we're using the Zoom plan that is at the enterprise level, that professional, they have the professional, they have the earlier, the lower cost versions that don't do this. When you record it to the cloud, they also give you the option for a transcript. So that way, you've got a transcript automatically to go, hey, here's what it was. So now, think about it. We've got video, we've got audio, and we've got a transcript. All of that, which for you content creators, those of you, you know who I'm talking to. Yeah, you entrepreneurs like me are out there creating content. You create video that way. You can create audio, and you can create a transcript. You've got it there and go back over later and review it, understand what's going on, and start that as maybe a blog post, or repurpose it into a Facebook video, repurpose it into a video you might put on Facebook or YouTube or LinkedIn or Periscope. And all those of you that join me on Periscope and Twitter, hope you're doing well. Please leave a quick retweet on this. I look forward to getting you your comments on that and what you have to say. But think about that. You can do that real easily with that technology. It's well worth the cost to get the yearly subscription for Zoom so that you have that level of capability, particularly if you're a content creator. As a content creator, you can take that content and turn it into products that you can sell, that can make money for you when you're sleeping. That money while you're sleeping, putting them out there, letting the ads run, you'll put out on Facebook or YouTube or Google or wherever you're going to put your ads. This is the way to do it. What you want to do is to tap into Zoom for that. Let me know in the comments below if you're doing something like that, or if this would be helpful to you. I'd love to hear from you. And if you think of some other ideas and some other questions that you have, by all means, let me know. I'm sending this out to several different places. Again, thanks to the good kids over there at Restream. And don't forget, on that Restream thing, you get the option of getting one of these options, and you can look at it. Whoops, I'm completely obscured by my graphic I put in there. Actually, two graphics on there. But with Restream, you'll see, go to bit.ly/Restream for you. I kind of made that little thing up there, that little address, so that you can use it using Bitly. You get a $10 credit if you use this affiliate link. And not only will you get that, but you will also get my gratitude. And that can be a nice thing to have. So having my gratitude and knowing that I appreciate you doing that will be good. Well, I appreciate you joining me today, and I will look forward to hearing from you. Get in touch with me on the channel where you're receiving this now. You can just leave a comment there. That will be good. And you can also send email, terry@terrybrock.com, because I'm used to getting things by email. Like it that way, and it works out really well. So thanks again, and I'll look forward to seeing you and hearing from you.